Greetings, this is Jim Lindsay and I am your teacher for CIS 320, and the purpose of this tutorial is just to show you how to use the discussion board. I thought about it that, well, not everybody may have had an online class and had to use these before, so let me give a real quick tutorial on how to do that. So I'm at the Blackboard site, and as you look over here to the left hand side, the navigation bar, there's a link for discussions, and if you click on that, that will take you to the discussion board page. A collection of threads is put together in something called a forum, and so the first forum for us is this Larry forum, after Larry from the Three Stooges, and the rules for using the for participating in the discussion board are listed right here. And essentially, as you look at those, what it says is there are two threads in here, and you have to participate in both of those. You can't just pick one and be done. I've asked you two questions in each of the, I've asked you a question in each thread. You have to answer both of those questions. The next thing it says right down here is after you have answered questions from me, you also have to reply to the comments made by one of your classmates, at least one. Now you can do more, but don't go crazy. Don't be that guy or that girl that is in here like 500 times. If you're in here like 3-4 times, that's going to be great, because there's about 25 of us, and that's going to make for about 100 comments, and that's okay. So you have to reply to at least one classmate, but if somebody says something that, if you've done that once and you see something from somebody else and it really piques your interest, feel free to jump in there a second time as well. Now, you also have to participate on 2 different days, and this is what trips people up probably the most. So if you jump in here and note that basically the time frame for this one is from June 4th to June 13th. So the reason I have that rule on here is that I don't want you to just jump in here, say what you have to say, and then never come back. That's not really a discussion. By requiring that you participate on 2 different days, that basically makes it so that you have to read somebody else's stuff and then actually have some give and take about the topics that are being talked about. Also, you'll see that your first post has to be made by Thursday, June the 7th. And so the reason for that is to make it so people don't wait until the very end and then just do everything on the last day. And so this is about the 4th day of class. By the 4th day of class, everybody should have gotten in here and made a comment, and then you come back one other day. It could be like the Friday after that, Saturday, Sunday after that, and then you make your second comment. So you have to be in here on 2 different days. Your first one has to be by Thursday, the June the 7th, and then lastly, I'll evaluate the quality of what you write in the in your replies to my questions as well as to each other. And so that's how I grade this thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to click on this Larry forum to go into it, and there are 2 threads in here. There's one, introduce yourself, and your Visio and Office software. That's the thread I'm going to open. Here's the other one, are you LinkedIn? And I'm going to click on this thread right here, and that is the thread. That's the question that's the prompt, and then the questions I'm wanting to ask you. And so as you read through this, essentially what I'm asking you is to introduce yourself a little bit. Who are you? And then some things about yourself. And then I want to see screenshots of your Visio and Microsoft Publisher installations on your computer. I want to make sure that you have what you need in order to succeed in this course. And so that's what I'm looking for your reply. Now, how would you do this? You click on reply, and then you put your comments in there. What I like to do, though, is have all of this ready to go. And so in Microsoft Word over here, I've already written my replies. And so I have the answers to my questions as well as my screenshots in here. And so I'm just going to, what I'm going to do, I'm going to just copy this text and go back, and I have that saved as my replies. I'm going to save that on my desktop there. So I have that text copy, and in the browser over here, I'm going to click on reply, and then it will say, open down here and say, okay, how do you want to reply? and I'm just going to paste my answers. Now, for my screenshots, to get my screenshots in here, I'm going to attach that file. And so where it says attach file, I'm going to browse out to my desktop where that is saved. It's called My Replies. Hit open, and then I'll hit submit. And so in doing that, now there is the prompt and then the questions, and then underneath it, those are my answers to it, as well as if I click on that docx right there, it downloads it, I can look at it, and there are my screenshots for Visio and Publisher. How do you do a screenshot? If you don't know how to do those, it's different on each computer, but here's a link to a web page. If you click on that takeascreenshot.org site, that tells you with a Windows computer different ways which you can capture a screenshot. What a screenshot is, it's a picture of whatever the screen currently is displaying. So for example, I'm going to go to my desktop here, and this is Visio right here. If I maximize that, this is what Visio, and we'll be working with this a lot. I wanted to make it a little bit smaller so you could see that it's on my computer. Here's my desktop, and to capture that screenshot on my machine, what you do is you hit the function key and the print screen function button. Then over in something like Microsoft Word, you just have to paste that. And I'm going to hit Control V or paste to paste that picture in there. I took too long to do it, so let me go back to get my function print screen, go back to Word, and then paste it, and there's that screenshot. So what I'd ask you guys to do with this discussion board thread is open up Microsoft Word, type out what you want to say, put your screenshots of your software installations in there, and then hit the reply, jump in here, paste your answers, and attach your document. So that's what I'm going to do. If you want to actually paste the pictures right in there with your reply, you're welcome to do that. I think it's kind of difficult to get that done. By pasting directly into the thing, that doesn't always work well, and that may be browser dependent, but this way works for sure. So that's how you use the discussion board. And if I go back to the forum now, you'll see that for that thread right there, there are 2 posts in there, and that's how it works. So that's the discussion board. This is one forum, and there will be 2 more later. And within the forum, there are 2 different threads. I just interacted with one of the threads to give you an example. What I want you to do is go back, also interact with that one. Again, please remember the rules for the forum as far as interacting with both threads, interacting with a classmate, interacting on 2 different days, making sure your first post is made by that time and date. And I think that's it. So please contact me if you have any questions. Thank you.